Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Soul to Entrepreneur Show. You are with me, Lorraine Chai, for another episode here. Now, in terms of becoming a business owner, there's a lot of things that it involves. It is creating a community and being able to lead with leadership, right? The very important word is leadership as well as community. Like, how do you grow your businesses through a community? How do you create a community of great people is by having great leaders. So today I have with me is Jacques Gilbert, mayor of Apex, and he has an incredible story and vision that that he has, and that's why I have him today is to share that amazingness that he has for the city of Apex itself. So welcome, Jacques.
Thank you, Lorraine. Glad to be here. I really appreciate you having me. And hey, for you to spend time with you is truly remarkable because I remember our first talk. You're just so successful, and I'm so happy and proud of you. So thank you.
Absolutely. So the first thing I want to touch base is dressing up as a leader because the first impression I got from you was that you dressed, right? You
Yes.
dressed like you owned it. So tell us and share with us in terms of that process of, the whole dressing up. Cause like with me, with my clients, I always tell them like you got to dress the part. You have to dress like you are the business owner and you're the leader, right? You own it. So share with us that process of you dressing up the part.
Well, dressing up is very important, and of course, I'm not demonstrating that now because I'm just chilling in my house because, I want people to understand that yes, I'm the mayor, but I'm Jacques Gilbert first. So this is a chill time to just have a conversation with you. But to your question and your comment about dressing up is really important. And one of the things I will share, you probably are aware with this, my famous gold shoes, and that's something that I wanted to take into the mayor's office when I decided to run for the office because I wanted people to remember, the experience with Jacques Gilbert, the mayor, and I think, as you said, part of that is dressing up, right? People will remember you and they will take you seriously. But the golden shoes is something that people will reflect back, like that's the mayor that wears the gold shoes, whether I'm out doing personal things or if I'm in the office and we're celebrating the moment. So dressing again, it I think people take you seriously and they won't forget you. That's what I want.
Absolutely. Like a story I had, I think a couple of weeks ago, a client of mine came to one of my events and he changed his image in terms of, okay, Lorraine keeps saying that I got to dress the part. So he dressed the part and attended my event. A couple of people came to him and were like, are you the owner of this building? And that kind of created, it changed the way that how he approached it in terms of how he presented himself. Like, oh, wow. The whole concept of dressing up actually, that's the first impression that people got even before I opened my mouth, right?
That's right.
So
That's what it
it,
is.
it
Yes,
is important to dress the part as an owner or someone that has it all.
that's
Um,
right.
because it is the first impression. You want to get people's attention first before you actually introduce and speak out. But you have a very interesting story that I want you to share out to my global audience. Is that you never? It was never in your radar in terms of becoming the mayor of Apex, but you started from a humble beginning. So share with us a little bit about that humble beginning.
Yeah, it was a humble beginning, and yeah, I'm glad you brought this back up because I love sharing this. There were two things in life when I was a young man said I would never do in life. A young boy and growing up in the projects of Apex, which was very low income. The family of seven in a three-bedroom apartment, and it was at the time called project housing. And just growing up in that tight knit community, small the historic Black community, it was something to be said that hey, you can only do certain things as a profession, and so that kind of limited my I would say thinking and believing that I could do big things. So two of the things I said I would never do was become a police officer, and then the next thing was become a politician. So as you know, my
As we
background,
said, never say never, right?
never say never, never say never. Yes, there's a plan. And, as my story is 29 years as a police officer, retired at the rank of captain, and then now leading the town of Apex as mayor, going on my seventh year. And sometimes I'm in my office and I'm looking around and asking myself the question, how did I get here with that thought process back as a boy? But it was destined to be. And it was really creating my own path and getting away from those that try to limit where I could go, and speaking those things, and that really helped me. And being around people that basically say, "Hey, we're going to encourage you to do more and more because there's always more."
Mm,
And
absolutely.
that's how we're here today talking together because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So with you and that transition, right, from a humble beginning towards a police officer, captain, as you said, right, towards now the mayor, right? So I know a lot of business owners out there because, including myself, I had a time where it sounds scary, right? Leveling up all the time, pivoting up to the next level sounds scary. Have you ever faced that scariness, as they say, or have you ever gone through the doubt or the noise that you hear?
Oh, most definitely. I'm glad you brought that up because I think every strong leader goes through that. And just hey, let's turn them. Let me give you the mirror. I mean, what you have accomplished. Wow, that would be scary for me. But again, you did it, and here we are talking today. I think we all are called to do, and we
Mm,
have a purpose. And if we can just embrace that, there are going to be challenges along the way. There's going to be points that we have to really demonstrate our courage, but you can do it. And I've been in those positions. I remember I could not even stand up in front of two people and do a presentation. I was just that nervous. And being a police officer, I had to kind of get out of that. I had to come out of that shell, right? Because you can't be a shy person, so to speak, and go up to a car and ask someone for their driver's license and command that situation. At the same time, breaking up two people who may be in a domestic, you have to step up and take
mm,
charge in the room. So those experiences, I think, helped me. It prepared me for the next, and I think every position assignment that you're in, it prepares you for the next. There's always a next. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't see myself being here today, and even having a Zoom meeting with the best leader, one of the best leaders in the world, and that's you. So this is pretty cool experience.
thank you. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Now, like I know that transition and opening up, and I'm glad you brought it up because a lot of business owners are like, oh, I just like to, I'm happy behind the desk. It's okay in terms of sales as long as people do like give me referrals. That's happy. I'm happy with that. But with like for my story myself was I used to be an extreme introvert, and I see that a lot. It's like a lot of successful business owners out there all started number one with the humble beginning, but number two as introverts. So anybody can achieve that success. The way I look at it, it's more of how much do you want it and how far are you willing to bring it? Are you willing to go all the way, or are you willing to just settle? Right?
That's perfect. I love how you use that word settle. And I'll go back to what you said, the noise. You have to really get away from that noise because if you hear enough of it, it will start driving you in the wrong direction.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
great
But like
points.
it's noise from yourself because we do,
Right,
we are our worst enemies or the
right.
circle of people that we surround ourselves with. So it's like, are we going to be surrounding ourselves with amazing entrepreneurs, amazing people that have that drive? Or are we going to be circling ourselves with people who are settlers that are
That's right.
holding us back, where we want to be part of that crowd and we're comfortable in that crowd.
Right.
Now, there's one thing that I want to touch base as well is you pivoting as a leader in the police force. But on top of that, like that was not enough for you to be now the leader of a city. So how was that for you?
I go back to what I said before. Is I'm not done yet. I need another opportunity, another. I'm going to use the word challenge to take me to another assignment purpose. And in order to do that, you have. I love just going for it all. If
It's
we're
like a
going
drug, right? Like from
exactly,
someone
yes,
someone that's an introvert, and then now you just love that challenge, and you're like, oh,
yes,
give me more. Like what else
yeah,
you got, right?
it really is. And going back to what you said, yeah, it could be a little, a little anxiety, like, okay, can I really do this? But once you accomplish that one goal and then the next, and it's like, yeah, we can take the world. Let's go. I often use that. Let's go, and that is really it. And um, to some people it is impossible, but for me, nothing is impossible. We can get it done, and I try to take that same energy into my leadership when I'm leading, staff in this great town of Apex and the residents here, helping them believe.
Amazing. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So the with Apex, what's your biggest accomplishment being the mayor of Apex?
Bringing the cookout. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I would say my biggest accomplishment is,
So far, right? Because you're going to do a lot more.
yeah, I'm gonna. It may sound a little um, different with that question because you may be looking for something huge and tangible.
Oh no, like I'm
Like,
just curious from your
yeah,
point of view in terms of your
yeah.
biggest success for you.
I would say I have brought a new way of communication to the mayor's office for the town of Apex. And I think it really will help other mayors. And I don't say that properly. But my point is this, like having a mobile app, being very active on social media and interacting with people, I would say that is my biggest accomplishment. Because one of the things I was asked in 2019, what do you hope to really change about Apex? I mean, it's a small town. My response was this: well, we're not going to be small forever, and the challenges will come and they will continue to expand, and we got to figure things out. So, our biggest challenge is really this: it's going to be the lack of effective communication, and that is from the government really sharing with the community what is happening, and then also the government, receiving from the people what we need to do. And if we're not communicating, it is not going to be our best in what we're doing as far as service delivery to the community, and making sure that Apex remains the peak of good living. So that is, I would say, that is my biggest success because we're still building on it, and it continues to improve every day. And getting the positive feedback from folks is really fulfilling. I love it.
Yeah, all your previous mayors of Apex have done an amazing job, but you as well as taking on that journey and bringing that forward towards the next generation as well. So I see you have done the work on social media, and it's that personal touch where you're connecting with the community. So I saw that as a amazing thing. Like you don't see many mayors doing that. So yeah, that's really good. So as business owners, it's good also to connect with the, clients as well. With what you do with Apex is an amazing, amazing to see as well. I can see Apex has grown a lot. So what's the next step for Apex and yourself?
The next step for Apex is, I did several interviews
Can you
yesterday.
share that? I would say, can you share
Oh
that?
yeah, oh
Or
yeah.
is it like a secret, like a surprise thing for the
Well,
town
I
of
may have to speak
Apex?
high level on some things, but really, if you look at the vision of Apex, and I can say, hey, here's our mission. We're community unified in the stewardship of our small town character, natural environment for a future where all succeed. And in order for us to move in that direction and continue to have progress, we have to involve as many people, bring as many people to the table as possible. But the future of Apex is truly bright because, as you see, so many people are moving here. You're here,
I
and
am.
it got brighter. Apex got brighter when you landed here. So thank you so much for arriving and bringing, illuminating us even more. But we need to build on one thing that we're really, I'm going to say, lacking. We're making some progress, but we need to continue to build on it, and that is commercial and density and business
Mm,
growth, growing businesses in our town. Right now, the ratio, we have 82% residential makeup in Apex and 18% commercial. That is not a really good balance for
mm,
many reasons. One is because we want to be able to provide opportunities in jobs and growth. So we got to expand in that area. But at the same time, there's revenue. There are things we have to build infrastructure. If we don't have the tax base to build those things that is necessary, the strain goes back on the residents with taxes, and that's something that I'm not in favor of. I mean, of course, we collect taxes to build, but the burden shouldn't be on the residents or community members. It needs to be shared. So if we have that economic vitality, we can really get more done and help more people and provide more opportunities. So there are some
mm.
big things coming. You probably are aware of Viridia. It is 1,200 plus acres, and our town is going to have the children's, NC Children's Hospital, the second largest freestanding children's hospital in the nation. Wake Tech is coming. There are many things coming. Industrial sites and for life science visions that people can bring to Apex. It's just limitless, but it's going to be a great thing. It's what we've been looking for. So I'm excited about that. That's one thing I want to highlight.
That's amazing. With the Apex expanding so much, like you, I see you on the ground, like supporting new businesses, right? And you're all about not just the businesses, but also the residents. Like, how can you support the community itself? How important is it for business out there to support each other?
Oh, they have to support each other because I believe in just a general concept, and it's always I look at it as a law. Like when you give to
Mm.
others, there's more you receive from
Oh,
that,
absolutely.
and we have to make it. It's not transactional. It's relational, right? We're really in this thing together. I often use a quote: "There is nothing we can't accomplish when we work together," and I truly believe in that. And when we're together, we're all moving together. We're helping each other. It it's a guaranteed success, and that's what I try to really illuminate in my leadership, and I hope that carries on to others and they see it and it's like, well, we can do the same. So it is important for us to support each other because behind those brands and those names of businesses, these are people.
Mm.
They're trying to support their families and I'm all about that. So that's what we need to head direction
So,
for.
although you're the mayor of Apex, is there opportunity of you collaborating with other mayors itself or other locations outside of Apex?
Oh yes, yes. So we have a two organizations I'm involved in. One is the Wake County Mayors Association. So that's all 12 mayors in Wake County. We meet once a month at Ray's Restaurant, and then actually a few of those months we meet in Ray's Restaurant and Cary, and then every municipality is responsible for hosting 1 month, and Apex always hosts in September. So I bring everyone to downtown Apex and give them a tour of our downtown, and then we have dinner, and then will kind of discuss a topic. But the other one is the state organization. It is the Metro Mayors Coalition, and that
Hmm.
is a coalition of the largest municipalities in North Carolina. Of course, Apex is one. And come June, I will be the chair of that organization for the state. So I'm excited about that. But it's
Mr.
support
Mayor doesn't sleep, people. Like, hear it. Okay.
well, I don't know where the energy comes from, but I mean maybe it's because I love what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's exciting. It is historic. We've never had a mayor of Apex leading that coalition, so I'm excited about that and at this level. And I think Apex has a lot to offer with regard to best practices and how we've been able to accomplish things.
Absolutely.
So I just want to share that. We have to share that with each other so we can all bring everybody along. To
Yeah, like business owners, it's good to work outside the circle. And I always challenge my clients. I'm like, you have to think beyond the triangle area. Don't just fix in the
Ooh,
triangle area
that's
because
so
there's
good.
so much opportunity outside. So why you limit yourself? Like if there's opportunity of expanding, expand it.
Oh
So
yeah,
the way that I hear you is it's not just Apex and Apex itself. It's like, how can you not just help the community of Apex, but how can you help community beyond Apex itself, isn't it?
that's exactly right. Thank you.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back down to the personal side of things. Before you start your work or before you put on the mayor's hat, what is Jacques' routine?
Oh my goodness, my routine. Okay.
Yes.
But first of all, you may hear my dogs. I really, I wake up in the mornings and they greet me when I get out of bed. And I have two dogs. But I would say I go into prayer time and meditation. That's the first thing. I have to connect with God. That's what I do, and then from there I hit the gym. So I go to a gym here in Apex, and I'm there 7 a.m. And it is set up to where there's a coach on the floor, and you're there with 14 other people, and you get it done in an hour. There's no game plan. You can't take your phone in there. You get it done. And then after that, I take my dogs on a walk. And then after I do that, it is game time. So it is just taking, um, completing. my assignments for the day, making a track of that, where I'm headed, looking at my calendar, and then checking in. I check my email, and then I don't check my email again until later on that evening.
How
And then,
important is it for that morning routine, the gym time and the dog time and your jocks time, right?
oh yeah.
How important is that for you?
Well, in order to be able to give, you have to pour inside. Like you have to, whatever's on the inside of you is what the people are going to receive. So if I don't connect and I'm not at a place of gratitude and being thankful and knowing that's what it's going to take to serve the people, it'll never work. So I often share this, like whatever you see on the outside of people is really what's going on the inside. So I got to take care of inside first and be well with myself, and before I can help other people, and that's what it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's like what I say, recharge, where your dog wants to be part of
Second, right? Okay, seven.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
She
He's
wants
like,
to
what
talk.
about me?
Yeah, she wants to talk.
My turn, my turn.
Yeah.
So with you and your busy life, explain to us or share with us, how do you balance that between you as a mayor and you as a husband and you as a dog daddy?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. For assignments, and one of the things when I first met my wife, I was already a police officer. So it was one of those things like, hey, I'm already here. This is the profession I have going on. I love you, but and she embraced it, no issues,
Mm.
and we worked that out. And then before I even decided to seek the office of mayor, I had to make sure that I had the support of my wife and at the time, my kids, Flavor and Logan, and they were all about it. They were like, "We have you, 100%. Go do it." So I think that's really important. And then because they understand the sacrifice, it's not just Jacques Gilbert, that's impacted by the things. It's my family too. So I want to go back to the word the noise. When you're leading a town of 85,000 people, everyone agrees with everything you say and do. Right? I'm kidding. So that
You wish, right? They
you wish, right?
would.
Yeah, yep. So that noise comes with it, and one of the things, you may have, Michelle, my wife, and then my kids, they may see certain things that people say about me, and it impacts them, right? They're like, that's not who he is. They know me, so, but they also understand that, hey, Jacques has it. You don't have to worry about that. We're going to be fine. Let's not focus on that. Know that we're here for a reason. If it wasn't for a purpose, we wouldn't be sitting in that chair, the mayor seat.
It's not being a people pleaser, right? Because
That's right.
we want everyone to like us, that's a human thing. But the thing is, we also need to accept that not everyone's going to like us, and just execute that vision. So your vision
That's
is
right.
like serving the community. For business owners, it's the same thing, it's but in a different level in terms of serving
That's
the
right.
community. So
That's right.
it's we were talking about the noise. It's like putting the noise aside and just executing in terms of what that purpose is and that vision is, which is whatever business solopreneur or a business owner has out there, is let's follow through with that vision on how we can be of value to the community, as they say, right? Because it's all a
That's
circle of
right.
life.
Circle of life. So true. You nailed that for sure.
So is there any advice you would give out to someone out there that is starting out?
So I would say this, and it really covers everything I just talked about. When you asked me what my biggest accomplishment was, and the social media and communication, and then seeking something that I wanted to do, and not being concerned about what people thought about me and the direction they share with me I should go in. It's like do it your way. Like it is go for it and just do it your way. Obviously, do it the right way, but do it your way. And because that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting on you to get it done.
It's finding the tribe, I think. Finding that tribe of people that can support you along the way. It's not
That's right.
it may feel like it's a lonely journey and at
Yep.
times, but it's finding that support system, whether or not
That's
it's
right.
working with somebody, whether or not it's hiring somebody, whether or not it's being around the same community of strong and like-minded
That's right.
people.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Mm.
And that circle is small often, but
It
very
feels
small.
small. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what about those people that are in transitions between corporate and as a business owner? Because in this generation, we have people that are have been let go from the corporate life, right? So they end up having to start their own business. What would your advice be for people that are in limbo?
Oh wow, it's good. I would say really connect with someone who can really help you find your next assignment and get make sure first of all that you're staying motivated, right? And again, I go back to you really have to um, know where you're going before you take off. And of course, there's going to be challenges along the way. You have to figure some things out, but connect with the right people that will put you on the right path. And I think you're one of those leaders that can do that. So I have mentors in my life. I'll call right now and they'll give me good sound advice. And it's like, you don't have to take it. You don't have to like follow it, but here's what I see because we're in it. Like, and so when you're in it, you really, you may not see things from, certain perspectives. So if you are in limbo, just seek someone who can really guide you on the right path. But at the same time, know you can do it. Have that courage that you can get it done and go for it. Go for the next thing.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. No, it's good to hear from someone like you as well, because sometimes people just need to hear it, right?
Yep.
It's sometimes it feels like you've lost, especially
Yep.
when you're so used to that kind of environment and routine to suddenly everything changed. But I think you and I both know, because with your transition as well, you and I both know that there's always opportunity around the corner. Is whether or not someone takes it, and then it's what's next. You figure it out. Whether or not you want to figure it out by yourself, or whether or not you want
Right.
to, as you did, seek out mentors, or some people would seek me as an advisor or a consultant. There is a way. It's more of which path you want to take. Whether or not you
That's
want
so
to
true.
take that lone journey, or you want to go on that journey with a crowd of people.
Right. And if this, I hope this inspires someone because I'm so glad you asked that question. Because one of the things I didn't share with you in our previous meeting is when my retirement came up, and I remember being at my retirement celebration, and it was, everyone got up there, they shared great things about Jacques Gilbert, and then it was my time to talk. It took me 15 minutes to collect myself to talk. I was crying like a baby. And the reason I was is because policing was really the only thing that I knew. And I was trying to figure out, oh, this is real. Now what? And that seemed to be a common issue with people in public service. They try to hold on to that. Like I got many friends who served alongside me as police officers, and they can't turn that off. They gone back into policing, and it's just like I've always said from the get. Once I get my retirement, I'm not doing this again. I want something new, and
Mm.
but I just want to be vulnerable and share that. Yeah, I was at a kind of limbo. Like what's next? Like what do I do now? And because I know I didn't want to do the exact same thing I done for 30 plus years, so it is great that the light shined and the right time came and the vision was right there in front of me. Let's go for mayor.
Yeah. So how was it for you with that transition, right? Because you were also in that limbo space with you. Were you drawn to going back to what you were comfortable?
Yes, 100%. I remember calling a sheriff from Chatham County. He's a good friend of mine. I said, "Hey, man, I'm I'm retired now, but can I come over and you save my certification and I come serve?" He was like, "Yeah, we'll get it done right away." And I said, "Oh, is that easy?" He said, "Yes." And then I didn't do it. I was like, "Why am I doing this? Why?" Like I had to ask myself why, and I'm glad I didn't because I wouldn't be talking to you right now because
Mm.
I think it was really like no, I mean, God was clear. Like no, I have something else for you. There's more. We're going to use this because it prepares you for the next. And everything that I picked up and was able to gain from as in my roles of police and leadership there has really helped me in the office of mayor.
It's a transferable skill that you've had, isn't it? It's a
That's right.
continuous growth and using those experiences as well.
That's right. Yeah. And one of the things I would say that really I carry on and I speak about it often is when you're a police officer, you don't take the time to research the background of people as far as like the initial call for service. You don't care where they're from, the mistakes they may have made in the past. you just want to go serve. Like you're going to you're answering the call, and that's who I am. I don't care about party affiliations and all of that stuff. I just want to go serve the people. And
Mm.
how can I help you? How can I help us? Like we're in this thing together. So that's my approach to things.
All right. Mr. Mayor, I appreciate your time. Thank you for sharing. But
Yep.
guys, I'm gonna leave the link towards this the town of Apex on the description below, and any connection. If you guys want to follow Mr. Mayor, then by all means, he's got a good social following, and it's really interesting. It's all, yeah, all about connecting with the community. So I'll also leave that in the description. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Thank you, Jacques, for giving in your time to be on this channel and sharing your journey. And hopefully, this will inspire you guys out there. And yeah, other than that, thanks, guys. And I'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you.